The show wouldn't be the show without the soundscape. It's very, very important to what it is as an object.
It's just about being a little bit weird, a little bit eerie, and it really sets the tone for what the show's about.
We never want the music to tell you what you should be feeling.
Right.
We want the story and the scenes and the acting to allow you to feel something, and then the music to support that and to enhance it and to augment it.
As the show became more complicated, character-wise, story-wise, the music kind of evolved with that. There's a theme for Peter, but there's also a theme for Walter and his love for Peter. Now that Peter and Olivia's relationship is a lot more complicated, so there's a theme for Peter and Olivia. I think it goes a long way in helping you connect with them. One of the more important themes of the show, though it doesn't necessarily appear all that often, is the sort of coming war theme. Now, I kind of used that theme to form the basis of a lot of other themes, like Walternate's theme. There's even a Walter guilt-ridden theme.
The music that Chris writes is really big and powerful, and the emotions are really overt without being obvious. And it grounds everything. If we had like a synth track through everything, it would sort of feel more conventionally science fiction, but that would be a bad thing for our show. We want our show to feel like it's organic, like it's soulful, like it's played by real people.
I think it's wonderful that we use a live orchestra, because live is just slightly off, and this show works best when things are just off.
You really can't beat live recording because they're able to make really crazy sounds, and especially in a show like Fringe where there's a horror element to the show, it really helps.
So right now I have soloed just sort of the synth orchestra that I have temporarily put in here before we actually record with the live musicians. So you had this little tense moment, crescendo going into the alt Fringe division theme. When you have it with the live player, it's a lot more dynamic and vibrant and actually has some personality to it.
Need a trace on that call that originated in Chinatown.
Music sets the mood immediately, and if you take it away, it sets the mood immediately too.
The show does silence really well, so that the noise and the sounds actually matter when they're there.
Our sound guys do an incredible job, and it just, you know, it really makes the viewings better.
Every week, we throw at people and at ourselves the challenge of, like, what does a shapeshifter sound like? Well, who knows? Because they don't really exist.
So in this case, should we switch it, this noise here too?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, I'll have to extend that for you. Little did I know that this was going to be the most creative and the hardest show that I've ever done. It's ever changing. There's something new every week to try to make. Something that's never been heard before is what they want. It's a weird show.
What the sound effects do is, I think, really kind of sell it and make it believable.
We want to be half high-tech and kind of half old school in our sounds. So we will try to make old, clanky, clicky sounds that go along with high-tech sounds.
When we go back and forth to universes, there is a sound that we hear that brings us to the other side.
There is so much that happens sound-wise that people pick up on subliminally. That's really key to kind of the haunting nature of Fringe. It has a lot to do with sound and getting under individuals' own radar to affecting you emotionally in ways you're not even aware of.
Right when you hear the opening theme of Fringe, you hear those minor keys, and immediately you know you're in for something dark.
It's quite cinematic stuff that's done with the music, right from that haunting little diddle diddle, which I think JJ might have put together at the beginning. It's very powerful.